with it than you were at this time last week, or is it just something you're still going to have to manage up until Sunday to see if you can play?
I'm feeling way better than I did last week. Obviously, with the rest this weekend, it's going to be feeling better. Actually got out there a little bit at practice today, ran around some in the team drill. So, I mean, it's definitely making the right steps to be ready for Sunday. I just probably say the biggest difference, at first I was feeling more of like a bruised pain in my calf, and then last week around Saturday, it started tugging on me a little bit, so that's why I wasn't able to go. But definitely feels better with the rest, and looking good for this weekend.
Zeke, do you think this is something you're going to have to wait and see how you feel the next day after work, and then the next day after work before you can feel 100% sure?
I just think it's something that we want. Like what we've been doing, just warming up, doing me and Britt's normal warm up, and then seeing how I feel and trying to get myself into practice. But I would say I felt better today than I have in the past 3 weeks on Wednesday, if that makes sense.
Sorry. How tough was it not to play Sunday?
It was definitely hard. It was definitely hard, and it was tough. That being my first game, I missed for injury. It was tough, but the boys got it done. They made it a lot easier. TP had a hell of a day. It was great, seeing him do his thing from the sideline, and I'm glad. It definitely made it better that we got the win.
Did you find yourself coaching them up, giving them some tips from what you were seeing from the sideline during the game?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, just trying to help any way I can. It was killing me not being able to be out there, but I just had to do my part and do the best I could to help coach him up or try to help him out from what I saw on the sideline.
So many of your teammates have missed games due to injury this year, and you were at least able to be on the sideline. But did you think at all, like, dang, this is what Dak and Tyron and Lyle must be thinking when they're watching every Sunday?
Yeah. I mean, I know what it's like to miss a game. I know what it's like to watch it from home. It's not fun. It's not fun at all. But when your team goes out there and play the way they did, or we did this weekend, then it makes it a lot better.
Because of the season that you're having, there have been some fans and even some in the media that would say Tony Pollard should get more run. Maybe he should even start. What's your reaction to some of that kind of talk?
I mean, I don't know. I don't really pay much attention to it. I don't really know what to say to it. Tony is a great back though. Tony is a great back. Tony, as you saw this weekend, he's special. He can do some great things, and I mean, shoot, he's a good back.
You chalk up some of that stuff too. This is the business of the NFL. They loved you last year. This year they don't care about you.
I mean, at the end of the day, those aren't the people signing my checks. Those aren't the cats that are making the final decisions. So, I mean, I think there's a reason they're not the ones making those decisions. So, I mean, I don't think it really matters. It doesn't really hold much with me what people outside of this building are saying. All that matters to us is the people in this building. So, I mean.
Zeke, do you look at it from a standpoint of you and Tony have different strengths in the running game, and that kind of versatility can be good for the offense?
I think so. I think we do have different strengths, and we have different skill sets, and I think we both can be utilized for sure.
Zeke, how do you think Kellen's done this year in year two with all the injuries that he's had up front? Obviously, 4 different quarterbacks. You've missed a game. How do you think he's done?
I think he's done a heck of a job. I mean, like you said, just with everything that's been thrown at us this year, losing. I don't know how many stars we've lost or how many stars have missed a game, but a lot. And just for him to not blink while we go through all that and still put us good positions to win football games. I mean, it just shows how good of a coach he is.
He's done a pretty good job altering the game plan sometimes during the week when you've lost guys during the week or within games and adjusting to who you have in each particular game.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
Has he done? I mean, the way these injuries have gone, I mean, it's changed from week to week and sometimes early in games. Has he done a pretty good job of changing quickly, during the week or in games where you have to maybe stress something different than what you thought you were going into a game because of these injuries?
Yeah, I think so. Him being a former player, him being my former teammate, I think he really, saying that he played football at this level, he really understands guys' skill sets and he knows how to put them in positions where they can succeed. And, that's what he's done week in and week out.
Do you think he's a good head coach?
I think Kellen could make a good head coach. I think he would be a hell of a head coach.
What do you see in him that makes you say that?
I would say one, just his football knowledge. He's so smart. He's a smart football player, and I would say that was his biggest strength when he was a player here, just how smart and his knowledge of the game. And then I would say probably just his his ability to be personable, his ability to motivate. He has a little bit of a different technique, but it still gets the job done. I think he'd do a great job at being a head coach. Sorry, I'm getting a little.
How would you describe his technique to motivate that's different than other people?
He's not really like a scream and yell guy to like hype you up or kind of get his point across. He somehow finds a way to get you hyped, to get his point across, in his tone of voice, which is very I don't know how to describe it, but very mellow, but somehow it still gets the job done. That's different, but I think it's something that works well.
Zeke, you've been saying all year that you guys haven't been out of it. Even it looked like when you were out of it. Now there's 2 weeks left. You're really not out of it. What's the mindset here the last 2 weeks trying to get in the playoffs?
Just the same mindset we've had the past 14, 15 weeks. Go and win a football game. We got to, take these last 2 games one at a time and do everything we can to win these football games. And I think, we'll be in a position to hopefully, win a division and make a run in the playoffs if we do that. But we just got to make sure that we stay in it now. Can't get too far ahead of ourselves. It's only 2 weeks, so you really can't. But you gotta, we gotta focus on the Eagles, focus on beating the Eagles, and then we can worry about the rest after that.
Zeke, as the season starts to get to a close, the ability for Dak and the Cowboys to negotiate is getting closer. What was the best advice you received during the offseason you were negotiating your extension?
Just, gotta be patient. Deadlines get deals done.
Zeke, one thing just about your calf again. Is it fair to say that you believe you're on track to play this week?
I believe so.
After today?
Yes, sir.